Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. As we know, the rematch first beta has ended, and with that being said, I did participate in a draft tournament this past weekend in the beta, which we will check right now to see how it went.
It's one final series, a best of three to determine who is the North American Draft Tournament champions. Team Creed and Team Doodle will be battling it out here one final time, and I'm excited to be here. I'm so glad we were able to get this tournament going. Big shout out to Cindy, who was gracious enough to allow us to use his server and everything like that to set everything up, and of course everybody behind the scenes who have helped us get this underway. As Creed makes an early save, Cases was there looking for some scraps. That's a nice pass out to Cloud. He was crucial in that last game that we watched. He's going to take a shot, no problem for El Angus.
Yeah, El Angus was getting flanked by Team Doodle for a little bit because there was 4 goals they let in the semifinals. So now they're trying to showcase, hey, I know what I'm doing in the goalkeeper position. I can get these saves and keep us in the game. The goalkeeper position is one of the most undervalued positions out there, even in regular soccer and football. But as you can see, it is the focal point, the anchor for your team, where you build offense from and how you can keep yourselves in a series.
And I think it's no surprise that we see the teams that at least we've watched, I would say, that have had the best goaltending performances make it all the way to the final. I think that might be a little bit of some shade to Skotos, who played pretty well in the games we watched him play. But you know, I'm not surprised to see Team Creed and Team Doodle have some keepers that are on the top of their game right now. As there is Creed. Actually, Doodle going to take that away from Cloud. Cloud with the tackle. Will he play it back? Yes, he will. And now Creed will once again try to quarterback things from the box. And you know, when I play keeper, and I don't necessarily love to do it, but when I do, I like to be aggressive and active, and I've seen most netminders not choose that style. I mean, they really haven't had an opportunity, right? There's not a ton of cherry picking that's happening, but most players are kind of just staying at home, letting their defense kind of handle things.
I get that for the most part. That's what it comes down to, that kind of like fluid rotation, right? If you go out as a goalkeeper, you need someone back there to cover your bases and make sure that you have that coverage. And once you have that teamwork and coordination, it's a little bit easier to do that. But when you have pickup teams like this, it's harder to have that flexible rotation, like I was talking about before. One thing for Creed and a lot of goalkeepers that they might not understand too, if you're getting body blocked like that in your own net, you can use the extra effort to get away from them because you have the extra speed over top of regular players. So that's a good way that you can cut out and then go for just a power shot afterwards. And that way you don't have to worry about them just stuffing you every time you try to clear it out.
Yeah, I mean, there is an inherent risk with that, right, when you drop the ball as well. So
true,
could get challenged, but yeah, definitely something to note. That's a decent clear there from King. Nice move from some guy. He's going to play right in the box off the crossbar. Out to Doodle, who fires. Good save made. Creed keeps up with the play. Able to make that save. Harmon into Monkey Brains. Here comes Echo. Doodle won't get the slide tackle. Wow, El Angus challenging aggressively there, and he turns the ball over. Good block from Cases, though. It's a back and forth action happening now. Still no score on the board, though. We're quickly approaching 2.5 minutes. As Doodle back to El Angus, and yeah, there's a lot of trust in these goalkeepers to start plays for both teams.
That's what you need, to have them be the start and finish of plays for either you or the other team. Shut things down completely, wait for the smoke to clear and clear things out afterwards. But as we see a big booming clear, but some guy could not get possession. Echo Evo, the King EXP, might have a good chance here. When it goes to the corner like that, it's very dangerous though, because you can just get stuffed straight out. But I'm liking this passiveness from the side of Team Creed. They don't want to give the ball away too easily to their opponents. They know how deadly they are on offense, and King EXP, that was a very dangerous position they found themselves in.
It seems like both teams are playing a position first game right now. Nobody's breaking rank. Everybody's in their own zones doing what they need to do. As that ball gets stopped, it's going to be Doodle who plays it away. Cloud trying to find the challenge. That's a quick shot on goal. Creed will block it to the corner. He'll defer to Monkey Brains, who wins the battle over Harmon. However, Doodle takes it away from Cloud. Doodle into the box. Case is there, knocked away by Echo. Back to some guy who tries to load things up at the midfield. He's by King. Into the box it goes. Good shave there from Creed. Now Doodle again with a shot. And he missed it just wide. And he will stay 0-0 with just over a minute left to go here in game number 1. Oh,
So
King.
close yet again.
Oh, what a save.
Yeah, what a save, as you mentioned. Could have been potential there on offense to close things out. El Angus, very risky with these plays, but I do like how they're coming more into the sweeper position to set things up for their teammates. Harmon does get stuffed out by Echo. Evo does get possession, though, this time, and the straight shot into the net. Faked out the keeper, and they will get the first goal in this best-of-3 final.
And it's Harmon. He's been the catalyst for the offense for this team all day long, and he's the first on the board. Here in game number 1, it puts Team Creed in a pretty tough spot. They've only got 45 seconds left. King's been quiet in this game, Vod. He was the attacker for them all throughout the tournament. Can he get one on the board here? They need to find something. It's Echo from the corner. He's going to move in. The chip is just out of reach of King, and that will be cleared all the way down. Final 30 left to go in game number 1. It's Creed patiently out of his own zone here. To Monkey Brains, that's a giveaway. Harmon up to Doodle with a chance to put the nail in the coffin. It's Harmon one-on-one with Creed. He scores. Harmon with 2. And it's going to be a game 1 win here in the grand finals for Team Doodle.
Biggest difference between these two teams right now are the passes. 7 from King EXP, 7 for Creed as well, and 6 from Monkey Brains. And the most we saw was from some guy on the other team. That's their name, not just what we're calling them. But no time remaining, maybe for one final goal here from Harmon. It does go directly into Creed. Last chance does get thrown away. So game number 1 goes in favor of Team Doodle.
Even in the face of a pretty solid attack like Team Creed, they've begun working as a unit. They've begun with that good positioning play that we mentioned, and it worked out quite well for them. And of course, El Angus, big in net once again for them.
That it did. So we'll have to see what they can do in this next game. Doodle's just playing with the ball right now, just waiting for someone to come after them. Only one attacker from the end of Team Creed.
Creed, bomb it.
Facing towards them, and as you mentioned, looking for the bomb, seeing if they can make it so it's easier for you to get at least a better angle on the play itself. But King EXP, we saw how effective they were before on offense, and they haven't really been able to do as much. Cases got a touch on the ball, a back pass to El Angus, and maybe since they're focusing too much on this rotation of themselves, being on defense, being on offense, being in midfield, that they haven't been in the best positions for clears.
Well, here's some guy. Back wall. Ooh, Harmon just couldn't quite get up to it. It's going to be Doodle around King. Back to some guy, and they're going to set up the offense once again. First minute gone, no score. Casis tries to change it. He missed it wide. As Creed, big clear there. That'll fall for El Angus from his perch on the goal line. Couldn't quite find the touch he was looking for, as King is going to try to punish El Angus for coming out, but no problem there for the netminder. Can I get a better position? Let's see. Can you kick it higher for me? Please do. Please do something. Don't just do this.
You got this, El Angus. There we go.
All right, close enough. I'm pretty much in the same position I was in. It's hard to find.
Rematch observer gods don't like you, it seems like.
Oh,
But
no.
it's okay. We keep things rolling. Eventually we'll get a bit of a boomer out there.
All right, here it comes. Here it comes right now. Watch. Here it comes. Creed. Big boom.
Yeah, it just tosses it down. And that's a big
Oh,
thing, too, that we haven't really seen from Team Creed is those big booming clears to the other end. They've just been kind of playing a bit more passive, throwing it to their teammates closer and keeping it to their chest closer a bit more as well. So El Angus, more fluid with how they're playing defensively in the sweeper position, trying to bait people out and then eventually just give it up to their teammates for a good clear. There's a good pass, though, and almost on target if it was. Creed didn't seem to be ready.
Doodle almost punishing Creed there. Just couldn't quite get it by the enemy captain. And that could have been the goal to not the series. That's going to be into the box. Harmon off the wall. He just couldn't quite find the angle. He was there, though. That was a nice little setup as Cloud racing down the far side. Move around Doodle. King waiting for something. He's going to opt to back out. And again, the defense stifling any sort of attack here from Team Creed. As Echo over to King. King's got possession now. Takes a quick pass over. That one's just wide from Cloud. The rebound will be played right into El Angus. And you notice for El Angus there, Vod, no panic on that first initial shot wide. He didn't even dive, and he was in perfect position for the rebound.
Ooh, great touch by King EXP there, too. And as you mentioned, yeah, El Angus, nerves of steel on defense. Exactly what you need to have as a goalkeeper. Solid deflection. Looked like it was just going to touch the backboard, though, instead. Cases can't get the best touch on the ball, and having to back pass this to Harmon, who's also had a struggle trying to get possession themselves. Cloud all the way over to King EXP just to keep it back in play for their team. But it's all eyes on this Team Doodle.
Block.
If they can clear out and get a goal, this would be their golden opportunity to win this in a sweep. Every game so far in the semifinals and this final top 4 have gone the distance, but they don't want it to happen here.
Well, there's only 2 minutes separating us from overtime right now. If the score stays the same, Cloud couldn't get around some guy, but he should be able to get the ball back. Good sliding tackle there into the safe hands of El Angus. He'll chip that out to Doodle. Doodle and King argue with one another. King winning that challenge. He'll get the ball back as well. Maybe a one-on-one. He's got Cloud there. Nice little feed right into El Angus. Needing a better shot there was Cloud. And we're going to stay tied with 90 seconds left.
I like the back pass. I like just taking their time with the ball here. And El Angus, they're giving them so much room after a shot is taken. Might be a better option for them to have at least some people body blocking them, so they can have a chance for a deflection. You can tell Team Creed, they do not want to give anyone free reign with the ball aside from the goalkeeper, and El Angus is just taking advantage of that, taking it all the way down the field, waiting for their opportunity to strike, and went for a goalie goal. I respect it.
It's a little dangerous, though, when he's that far out of the box. If there's a player downfield that can make a play, could result in a goal, but ultimately, ball possession now. Oh, King can't quite corral that one. Some guy again going to play it back to El Angus, and he again is going to look to quarterback some offense here, repping the Wayne Gretzky 99. I guess it doesn't really apply here, but still, Creed over to King, blocked down by Harmon, but he can't quite keep control. It's going to be some guy again who takes that away, plays it back to El Angus, and some guy has been supreme sweeper for his team right now, has broken up a lot of offensive plays for the enemy side as Monkey Brains does the same. And we are almost certainly heading to overtime now, Bud.
No surprises here in our final matchup. It goes to OT. Both teams not wanting to take risks, and that's exactly what we're seeing here, why we haven't witnessed a goal just yet, but Doodle almost got it past the defender, deflected away instead into the clutches of Evo. King EXP, one touch is all that's needed. A good deflection by El Angus, nobody there. Casis tries to come back for it. Slide tackle still in possession of Echo Evo. And the side of Team Creed just wants possession of this ball for a moment, but every time it gets taken away from them, it's always a back pass to El Angus.
Again, he's trying to set something up here, but ultimately hasn't been able to find the mark. Here's Doodle, has Harmon in the box. It's Creed able to make the save. Harmon was there, was quite close to be able to make that play. Now King, no space there in the corner as Echo over to King. King, oh, it's going to fall back to Echo. He gets slide tackle as well, as that's a risky pass from Doodle. Cloud tries to make them pay for it, but some guy just able to scramble away, avoids the slide tackle again. And now with a feed into the box, Creed just comes up with the save. That was nearly the game there from Harmon. But we continue to play in overtime, almost a minute and a half gone. Can King make this work?
Oh, just a simple shot into the defender or the goalkeeper. El Angus always ready for those plays. You got to change things up a little bit, dribble it towards them, maybe do a chip pass behind them, but they aren't quite expecting it. Even a rainbow flick, we haven't really seen many of those in this specific game, but probably because they're a little easy to read if you're prepared for it. Regardless though, Doodle and Cloud continue to battle in midfield. King EXP gets it past. They have to go toe-to-toe with some guy, and there is the rainbow flick we're looking for. The side pass towards the front of the box.
Oh.
Cloud, a back pass all the way, did not feel comfortable with that play.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't just take the shot there if you're Cloud. I mean, at worst, it goes into the hands of the...
It's all about possession.
Yeah, I get that, but, I mean, that was a pretty decent look. Here's Echo Eva, though. Echo to King, who just missed a wide. Rebound goes wide as well. King hitting both sides of the goal, but can't find the back of the net. As now it's going to be Monkey Brains back to Creed, and they'll set up once more. So possession most certainly is King right here for Team Creed. As Monkey over to Eva once more. That's a nice little run up, and it'll be King to put it home. They find the goal in overtime, and we will have a game 3.
The game priority when it comes to who is going to get possession of the ball gave it to the volley, and it typically does when you go for those dive saves. We saw at the end of the replay that King EXP was just
at times,
ascending.
you know, always playing away from the attackers.
That's the best play we've seen all day from some guy. I got to give credit where it's due to them as well. El Angus, I liked how confident they were, like you were talking about, how you like to play goalkeeper, just being a bit more proactive with the ball and the play. It just proved to be the mechanics of the game itself, the reason why they could not get the save, even though they were technically there on time. The volley does get priority over the dive in that specific instance. So kudos to King EXP taking the shot when it mattered, and we'll have to see if they're going to be able to do enough for their team here.
There we go. Thank you. All right. Here's Cloud now in the corner. Nice little flick over to King, right into the waiting arms of El Angus, who's going to bomb that one down to Harmon. Harmon has Cases in the box. Sends it near him, but Monkey Brains rejects that and sends it right back to the sender. El Angus again. Big boom down into the corner. Cases now on it. 2 players growling him, but it's going to be Harmon right in front. And that's 2 shots. One for either side. That has gone straight into the goalkeeper here, Vod. You need to pick your shots a little bit better, I think, if you're either side.
I get it. They were very patient in the last game, so they want to just try and poke and prod and see if there's any weaknesses for these goalkeepers. So far, no dice for either side. Back pass into the awaiting arms of the El Angus Angel on the goalkeeping end for Team Doodle. And they're just going to take their time. I mean, I would basically try and bait out the rest of those defenders, but instead, they're just going to shoot it forward, hope that Monkey Brains could have gotten the header. Not Monkey Brains, excuse me, Harmon. Good touch by King EXP with the back pass over to Echo Evo. Some good counters so far, but some guy with this man-on-man coverage still continues to flourish against King EXP, who's just been struggling to try and get those slide tackles against them.
To Cases, good save from Creed. Some guy transitioning from defense to offense there. Now an opportunity maybe to make another play here, but it's going to be Echo through midfield, chipped and taken in by Doodle. Sent into the box, no problem there for Creed, as he will play it right on over to King. Doodle now with the steal. Back to some guy. Some guy quickly down the line here. Again, he's just getting the better of King on these initial plays, but King that time with the slide will secure it back to Creed. And we are 3.5 minutes left in game number 3. It could very well be a golden goal to be the next one scored, as both teams have been very, very good defensively. Here's King. No, shut down by some guy. Careful in the box there, but it is cleared away.
I respect the clear on that play. It was a very tricky situation, especially with how close it was to the box and how many defenders there were screening them as well. They had to clear it out and didn't really have anyone downfield to receive it. King XP, good back pass though to Echo. Going long for it.
Oh my goodness.
Dangerous header there from the defense, but they do clear it out again.
That was scary because it was right into the arms of the Keeper, if he leaves it alone. Doodle tried to find the slide tackle. That one's going to miss the mark on King EXP. According to Chat Vaudable, Monkey Brains is cracked at this game. Did you know that?
I did not know. Well, actually, no, I did know that. They've been doing pretty good defensively.
Yeah, Monkey
from what
Brains
I've been able to witness.
has been playing a pretty good defensive game as well to counter some guys' defensive performance. And it's been all defense all the time so far here in this series. It may just take one more break to end us this time. Oh, that's over the defender. Harmon, he's away from Creed. No, he's not. Creed gets the hitbox on Harmon there. And with 2 minutes left to go, still we play 0-0. Who's going to break the stalemate? It's Echo taking a shot at the net. Over the top. Cloud hits the crossbar. It's on the line! Hell Angus somehow keeps it out. What a save.
Seemed improbable for that not to go through, but it went far down and not in, just straight to the ground and died there. So did the play and probably the hopes of Team Creed for an easy victory in this final game of the grand final. But even then, some guy is always there to keep you in the play for the other team.
Oh, bit of a misplay there. Casis walks in, fires. Good save. As Creed keeps it out again. A minute 10. Still no score. King, chance, scores! It's King in the clutch exactly when they needed him. And now it's 60 seconds for Team Creed to be crowned champions.
First round draft pick, King EXP proves to be a force to be reckoned with. Won the game in overtime to force game 3 here. Now potentially the golden goal they need for the victory in the tournament. But Doodle taking their time, slow walking downfield, less than a minute for them to tie things up. It's all eyes on them here and now, and El Angus has got to be kicking themselves in the backfield, thinking that they could have made that save.
Wow, big clear right back towards the keeper. And not much time left to go. Final 40. It's El Angus. Great block from King.
No.
Is that going to do it? No, El Angus gets back. It's still dangerous, though. He's got the gold gloves on now and is able to take that away. So disaster averted for the moment, but time still ticking. Big clear from Monkey Brains right to King. One-on-one to end it. No, it's saved away. 15 to go. Angus to Doodle. Has to find something downfield. There's the play to some guy to Cases. But it's Creed who makes the stop. The time ticking away. 2 seconds. Now 1. He plays it ahead. That's going to give them one final attack here. Angus nearly getting tackled, but some guy with possession over the top of King. He's had his number all game. King this time with a slide. Cases here. The flick, but the touch is there and it's over. It's Team Creed by the slimmest of margins.